we're starting this in a big messy way again. Um, the shop is still open, business hours. They're blowing crazy air in the back. There's a Lamborghini outside that is on and loud and getting ready to move in. We're missing Sarkis and Moses because they're with two customers. But yeah, we're starting this podcast. This is number 12 for us, I believe. And we have a guest star, because he allowed us to play with this big toy in the back. Sammy, introduce yourself. Let the listeners know who you are.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me, man. My name's Sammy Shaya. I'm the owner of PIT26 Motorsports at PIT26 Motorsports on IG. I've had the pleasure of working with Vic, Amano, and the whole team here at RDB for a number of years. PIT26 really started as a fun side project. It's not my business. It's something I do out of passion, out of the love for cars.
Yep.
And really we built, and I'll say we because without you it wasn't possible. I brought a 2015 G63 to you after I had put portals on it and lifted it and had some rough outline of the frame, rather the fenders. And I was like, yo man, can you make these fenders fit and make it look like, at that time it was a 6x6 because there wasn't a 4x4 squared, if you remember.
Correct,
right?
yeah.
So it was at the other shop for a minute, and I would come and day after day would get more massage, and Luis would do his thing, and it'd get better and better until we got to a point where we had essentially the first 4x4 square G63 conversion in the United States, if not the world, as far as I'm concerned, in early 20. Turn it this way. All right.
That was like the tallest G-Wagon I had seen until then. That was it. That black one. That was cool, man. That's how this relationship started, and it's been how many years now? That's already been like
6 years, 7 years.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And now that. So how did this happen? How did this crazy one of one, we'll talk about it more, G-Wagon happen?
So I've always been into building things. That's what got me to that first 4x4 square build.
Yeah.
I've always been an off-road guy. I've built other trucks. I think you've seen some of my other ones on 40s and coilovers and things like that.
Yep.
So when it came time to do the initial one, I looked at it and said, look, it's not any different than some of the other stuff. And I got a call from somebody who basically reached out after having read our one of our articles on the internet and asked if we'd be able to build what Brabus was doing at the time, which was an XLP 800, which is a basically similar thing to this.
Yeah.
But when I looked at it, I wasn't that into it. So that's so close.
Yeah, podcast. This is how we do the podcast. There's a Lamborghini inching its way towards the couch.
Yeah. This is why I love this operation, man. There's always something exciting going on.
We don't even have the time to just clear up and do a podcast. We have to also move cars around this. And I don't know what's happening now, but I mean, okay, that's crazy, right?
I think it's great. You know why? It shows you guys are car guys doing a podcast and not podcast guys trying to be car guys.
That's true. Can we shut the car off already?
Okay, turn off the
Jesus
car.
Christ.
Turn it off.
Wow. That car is loud.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Turn it off.
Moses doesn't know how to drive
First he hit
a
me in the
Ventador,
back.
apparently. But yeah, you're out of the shop, so obviously you know kind of how we operate, but we don't, right, Sammy? So now that you see the podcast and what's happening,
Wow.
this insanity, right? So I mean, we can't even walk around the couch because we're covered by
wall-to-wall
a G-Wagon,
cars,
a Ventador.
Wall-to-wall exotics.
There's
Beautiful.
a Pullman next to me, a Maybach Pullman, which, by the way, this is the second one in the USA, and the first one is owned by the same customer, and we did already. So there's only two in the USA, and one of them's here right now. It's just crazy what we're surrounded by, you know? Early Bronco, more up your alley there.
I hope you guys sit back from time to time and just take a look at what you've created because it's so spectacular.
Are you the one that pulled in the car?
It's nuts. I mean, we do, but we don't. We do, but we don't, and we're so busy. That's why, and we've been doing it for like 15 years, so we're used to it.
Nice.
We're used to it.
Beautiful.
But we get excited when we have a project like that approach us. I mean, people have to understand, Brabus XLP, yes, they did it, but completely different ballgame. Completely
I
different
think
car,
so.
honestly, in my opinion. This has way more like difference than that one. I mean, the bumpers are different. The flares are completely different. Spare tire in the back, different.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot going on that's different from that Brabus XLP.
Yeah.
And that's only a, European car. This is the only one in the country. And it's the only one in the world on tires that big.
As far as
So,
I know, yeah.
yeah.
We looked
So,
around.
like, it's no joke. It's no joke, that build. And,
Yeah.
he facilitated that brand new car into this. So I'm glad we could help and, make it really the finishing touches and
Yeah.
make it really dope. So,
It's my pleasure.
yeah, let's continue explaining. I mean, the
Sure.
story behind this thing.
Sure. So a customer called me, asked if we could do an XLP. I looked into it, and in-house I do all the investigating myself as to the feasibility of a build and if I want to do it or not. And it penciled out. It was a lot of the same math and a lot of the same design that we had done when we originally did that square, even though, this W463A version, the new IFS G-Wagons are different, still the same principles. So we gave him the green light. I basically explained to him that, look, if we do it, it has to kind of be our way. It has to have our signature on it.
Yep.
It has to look PIT26. I didn't want it to look super polished. It wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be a vehicle that could handle what we're building it for,
Yep.
which is kind of my whole motto is I don't like to build just pretty things. That's why I bring the pretty stuff to you. I like to make sure that, it works and it functions as it's supposed to. And, it can look beautiful, but it should also work. So we put our head to the stone almost exactly a year ago to the date, and we took delivery of the car.
Yep.
We stretched it about 2 feet, relocated all the bracketry, all the electronics. I think something people don't look into too much is how many wires are in these cars,
That's the toughest part. Yeah.
and correct insulated lines and all that stuff.
And this is a very like technology advanced
Too much, man,
G-Wagon.
too
So
much.
much harder than the early ones, guys. This is, we're talking about new model G-Wagon. This
Sure.
is very difficult to do on the new model G-Wagons. And yeah.
Yeah, so we made sure all the computers are still talking to each other after we chopped it. We did all the body panel work, the initial steel work,
Yeah.
and then we got busy on the suspension. We added portals all around.
It's not a regular suspension. It's,
No, definitely not. So PIT26 Motorsports is one of the largest resellers of T-Bis portal axles, a company out of Germany. We came across them back in 2014 when they were on their first generation of portals.
Yeah.
And we've had the pleasure of working with Wolfgang and Daniel and some of his guys out there, and we help kind of back and forth on what is working, what's not working. We keep telling them bigger tires, heavier weight, more off-road.
Can you explain what a portal axle is? Because a lot of people
Sure.
don't know what that is.
Definitely. So a portal axle, to be super simple, is an attachment that goes and fits on the end of your axle. So in the case of the G-Wagon, the original ones is a solid axle front and rear.
Yeah.
And the portal axle gets attached to the side. And there are gears inside that portal axle, which reduces the gearing of the vehicle, so it compensates for the larger tires. And what it also does, and really the importance of it and why people are starting to learn so much about it and why Mercedes uses it, is it actually relocates the center of where your wheel mounts to the axle so that you're able to achieve a lift without actually having a lift. So you're actually able to fit on larger tires without needing to raise the suspension. So you're not messing with the geometry, with the steering or any of that. So you're able to maintain a real factory ride while getting the larger tires.
Yeah, and I mean, I wanted to explain that because that's serious stuff. This is not just like, let's put bigger springs and shocks and whatever and lift it, or spacers, whatever. This is actually the crazy method. This is nuts, and that's how you really do these G-Wagons, And a lot of people will hit us up, be like, hey, I want to lift my G-Wagon, and we'll be like, okay, you could do it this way or this way. And this way is obviously much more expensive, but it's the right way to do it, And it's really, really sick on this car. And this car drives, man, if not better than factory. It's nuts.
Yeah,
It's
I think
really
it's
nuts.
better than factory. I think these G-Wagons need the extended wheelbase.
Yeah, I agree.
And it really handles beautifully on the road. It does have a mild suspension lift on it, but it's just under 2 inches, so it's really negligible. It doesn't affect the caster or any of those things that you really want to address when you're lifting the truck.
In fact, I don't think we did an alignment on this thing.
We haven't, no, not yet.
And
So it
it's
still drives.
pretty-
You can take your hands
that's
off the
nuts.
steering wheel. Yeah.
That's craziness. That's honestly like those are the details that most guys out there watch this car and they don't see these details. They don't know about these details, and that's what it took on this thing. You know, not only about the body or the looks, there's the performance of it as well, and that's
Form
like
and function.
it's very very big for builds like this. You know, and this build has it all. You know, it has the looks, it has the performance, functionality, and all that stuff. Like. It's still quick, honestly. We drove it the other day for filming our previous YouTube episode, which we featured this truck, and he drove it. And man, we were on the freeway. We were doing a little bit of climbing, a little bit of canyons, you know. And this thing is still sick, honestly. So, honestly, what do you? My vision would be this, but convertible. What do you think about that?
I'm game for anything. I mean, we chopped a brand new truck in a third. You know, it had I think 400 miles when we first got it.
Yeah.
And you know, God bless the client. He's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Also California based.
Correct.
And we walked through the whole design step by step. He signed off on it. He was good with it, and he's been, you know, such a fantastic client. And really, you know, I think a lot of people misunderstand that when you're doing something like this, it's not a 1 week process where you
No.
drop it off, you throw some things on. It's really about being integrated into the build and understanding kind of what's going on.
You're
because
innovating.
really-
I mean, you're just doing new things.
Yeah.
You know, all these
100%.
bumpers are 3D scanned and built out of steel.
yeah.
It's the bumpers when you brought them, I was tripping out because I've never seen a bumper like that on a G-Wagon.
Yeah.
The front bumper especially, and on top of it, man, that bumper is so sturdy. Like you could ram through so many things with that bumper. It's nuts. We also have to move the cooling system of this car,
Yeah, that's
which
right.
we're not even talking about. Like you can't fit these wheels on this car and turn because you'll destroy the cooling system of the car. So we had to relocate that too.
Yeah.
And there's so much behind it I'm forgetting, but like
That's something
it's
I've
nuts.
never understood. You know, I always look at these trucks from a use perspective, and it's definitely functionally one of the most incredible off-road vehicles
Yeah.
out of the box. Mercedes is,
Yep.
you know, it comes with 3 differential lockers and all that good stuff. But like, really, you're gonna put your radiators in the front corner? Like, for anybody that actually does take them
Yeah.
anywhere that's not on the pavement, that's the first area that comes into contact.
True. Yeah.
You know, but you know, we were able to work around it. We moved the radiators a
Mhm.
little bit forward, and we got the clearances we need, and we got some
Yeah.
skid plates coming for them as well.
Yeah.
So they're going to be even more protected.
There's still more to go, right?
Yeah.
So side steps, electric,
Yeah, electric drop side steps,
the roof,
roof rack,
Yep.
with a roof tent provision,
Mm-hmm.
off-road lights, a couple of other small items, but those
Yeah.
are the big heavy hitter items I
Yeah.
think that are left.
Yeah, and I mean it's pretty much done, but those little items are left. And we got a few comments on the YouTube episode explaining, you know, hey, it's missing side steps, but we're also doing that. Also, it's getting an exhaust system. This one is just the mufflers off right now.
it's straight
So
cat.
yeah, forgot to mention that. But you know, I'm getting comments about a few things.
Mm.
Let's discuss because not a lot of people talk about that, but we got some feedback. A couple of the feedback. One is the tires are too narrow. And I responded saying they're 13 and a halves. And that's pretty wide for the off-road world.
That's pretty wide.
Like the widest you usually want to go. But they have 14 and a halves, I believe, right? And
I mean,
some
you
of
can
the-
go 14 and a half, 15 and a half. It's really about clearances
Yeah,
and about
yeah.
making sure the tire makes sense. I think the trend right now for a lot of big lifts are like the
Yeah.
super wide tires, deep dish,
Yeah.
super skinny rubber. That's not what we were going for. You know,
Yeah.
we were going for an off-road vehicle. We actually stepped down, and one of the things I had a huge back and forth on was on the Mercedes World Forum, was downsizing the front brakes,
Brakes, yeah.
because he wanted 18s in the front.
18s,
And there
yeah.
was no way we could
Mhm.
get 18s to fit with the factory G63 brakes.
Yeah.
So, you know, putting them on, making sure they were safe, making sure we had the same stopping power, which we really do.
Yeah.
Made sure that those 18s fit on there. And I love these wheels. The company, they primarily do just racing wheels. Innovate Racing, a fantastic company.
Yeah. They
Also
look good.
California based.
Yeah. So that's one. Two is you can never have everybody happy, right?
No.
They said the truck looks too wide. I mean, that's also part of it, and that's part of why some people want it is for that wide look.
Right.
So you know, we got a few of the it looks a little too wide, and then we got a few of the spare tire. I've never seen a G-Wagon, by the way, with a rear bumper mounted spare tire that swivels out so you could open the trunk.
I know one guy.
Yeah.
So There's
So-
one guy out in the UAE that has a 6x6
Mhm.
that has a spare. That's actually where the idea originally came
Got
from.
you.
And we said, look, we're gonna do a super sleek, like pre-runner
Yeah.
style rear bumper, all the provisions for all the sensors and stuff like that. But let's throw a swing on it. Let's
Yeah.
make sure it's not gonna move.
Yeah,
in
that
any
thing's sturdy as
instance,
hell.
so-
And people are saying that because it's like off-centered, but this G-Wagon actually, the spare original is off-centered as well. So that's the idea behind that. It's just this tire and wheel is so big, it's 38. So it's it's massive in the back. If you put a smaller tire, you'll be able to see the brake light. But because the tire's so big and the car has a rear pop-out camera, off-centered it a little bit, and it makes sense. It looks great, honestly. I think it looks amazing like that. So those are the three like main negative comments we
can
got
live
on
with
it,
those.
which
That's
is
great. That's
exactly.
fine. I'll take that any
It's
day.
but most of the other comments are OEM like car looks OEM, which is a big, I think.
We tried for
thing,
that.
you
We
know?
didn't want it to look like something that
Yeah.
was not
Yeah.
well thought out. So we really tried to put so much thought into, what does it look like? How is it going to
Yeah.
tie into the curves? How is it going to work with regard to the original body lines, things
Yeah.
like that? And that's something that you guys really champion because, you're always
Yeah,
trying to
I
make
mean,
sure
those
all your
flares are
kids-
completely our design, I would say.
Yeah, 100%.
completely. And we're
100%.
getting comments like, "Oh my god, it looks OEM." I think that's a big respect out there, and
I'd
like
agree.
it's
Thank you.
tough to do that. You could botch these so easily,
Oh.
so easily.
Well, there was a lot of hours, man. A lot of
Yeah.
hours. I think you were saying 80 to 100 hours in just.
Yeah, I mean,
the fiberglass
imagine
work
they
alone?
also even the insides of them have work.
Mhm.
There's a lip to it. It's gutted at the end. It used to be full, and then we realized we can't because of fitment. So gutted it, and then obviously there's the slopes and so many aspects to it. Really crazy. Luis went to town on that. Every day I saw Luis, he was covered in white powder, basically.
I think I made some
And, yeah.
enemies here with all that dust here.
Yeah, we had to
Generated
clean our
like-
cars extra because of you for like 2 weeks,
Send me the
maybe
bill.
3 weeks, but
Send me the
yeah.
bill.
So it looks great and super happy with it. Hopefully get more. We get a lot of inquiries, but people have to understand it takes time and
Takes
money,
time, yeah.
obviously.
Takes time and money, yeah.
So
How much
but-
does a build like this cost? somebody
So,
wants
sure,
to do an
that's
exact
probably
build.
the best question. So our baseline is about $160,000. That gets your foot in the door with a 35, 36-inch tire.
Okay.
No bumpers. It'll have a very, we'll call it an XLP 800 look. Factory bumpers, no spare tire carrier. It'll just basically be the stretch, the portals, the lift needed to fit the that size tire, and the necessary things to make it painted, and get it back to you. But this
But-
has all the bells and whistles. on
So
it.
like 160
Yeah.
grand to make one identical.
No,
No, that's just the start.
That's just the starting point.
Yeah.
This has, the two bumpers in the front, the two bumper in the front, the plate bumper in the rear.
those bumpers, man.
Yeah, huh?
They're probably I'll be honest, it's probably my favorite part of the
Really?
whole thing is that front bumper. The rear bumper is so clean, it's perfect.
Yeah.
But that front bumper is so sick, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, the coolers were moved forward, so the bumpers were made to go and cover those for
Yeah.
safety, and they do the job. So even those grills are like made out of steel, like it's nuts. It's
Yeah,
nuts.
credit
so.
credit to that goes to my
Yeah.
buddy Chance, dude.
Yeah.
He's my fabricator. Him and his boy Chris.
Yep.
They were here. They were at the office.
Yeah.
They were at the other play. They were everywhere, man.
I was gonna say
Scanning and
he
designing.
was
and-
great, man. He was great.
Yeah, he's really, really talented.
We might
And,
have him make some custom bumpers for us.
There you go.
You mind if we
I
steal him?
don't mind at all. No, you can borrow him.
Okay, fine. Yeah, the new
He's
Bronco, we're trying to get bumpers for. It's so hard to get. So maybe it's better we just make our own. So
not a bad
make some
idea, you know?
RDB off-road bumpers too. What else could we do now? I
You
mean,
can do the
we're doing everything, so
Nowadays,
why not?
with this scanning, it's the there's no limit. There's really no limit
I'm
to
gonna
what
make
you
some
can
metal
do.
bumpers for Sarkis' M5
Oh,
because
there you go.
How much is this like this whole thing cost? This build?
This,
And I know this is a little more extreme than the.
yeah, this is probably the upper end of it. The only thing that would make this crazier is if it was on 40s, which is what the client originally wanted.
yikes! I can't
I'm
even
glad we didn't
imagine.
go down that road because
Wow.
you'd be cutting a whole lot
the whole
more.
car.
But for something like this, you're in the $250,000 range,
Yeah.
just under.
I mean, it makes sense, man. The Brabus XLP,
Jeez.
right? I think it goes for like 900. What does it go for?
I think the euro price is like 650,000
That's
euro.
crazy.
Yeah,
So you're looking at like 800.
So
grand.
250
Yeah,
to
about
build
100
it.
grand.
More.
yeah.
It's like
Circus. No, it is.
talking to the mic.
Did you look it up, Sarkis?
Huh?
Did you look it up?
No, I know the euro and the dollar thing. It's like it's like more than like
He's half
Half.
asleep.
not half. It's just like maybe like $1. If it's 650,000 euros, we're talking about 800,000 US.
So basically, 2 of your M5s to make this.
If it's 2 of my
No,
thing,
you
it
counting
was-
tax. Don't count tax. We're talking about
2 of his
price.
M5s will do the conversion.
No,
Yeah, your M5 is 130 grand. Not what was
it's
it?
not 130 grand.
Oh
You
my
can't.
God. It's
count
130. We
markup in
discussed
tax,
this already.
bro.
Of
You
course,
can't-
that's
everybody
what,
pays
that's
that.
what that no.
Your
not
sticker
everyone.
price is 128.
No, 135.
That's how much the
Okay.
car's worth.
That's how much the
So
car's worth.
2 of
No,
those will
it's
make the
not.
conversion.
It's just okay. So
Oh my God.
So okay, so whenever you guys buy a car, whenever they ask you how much you pay,
Okay, it's fine, man. It's
160,
fine.
170.
Okay,
It's
let's
fine.
not cause
Forget
cause a
it.
scene.
Forget it.
Okay, okay.
But whatever. That's the idea. And these things are already how much stock, brand new.
Yeah.
It's like 300 grand already. So imagine, So it's right below the Brabus XLP for sure.
Yeah.
And honestly, like the XLP has the wide star kit on it, which is what you guys see everybody doing. This has completely custom flares and completely custom bumpers. And I'm sure you can make little tweaks for each individual as well. I mean, we could
that's
for sure
the
do
idea.
that. So, more custom. That's why I say one of one, because it really is for sure one of one. There's nothing else like that, No
And
matter
there's a
who it
bike
is.
on it. What's that bike?
And now there's a bike on it. Yeah, that bike we just threw on there because that's also like near a $18,000 bike on there.
Yep.
It's a Bianchi Specialismo, which is their lightest bike, and also it has more light stuff on it. My buddy Bicycle Pit Stop in Glendale created that bike. We kind of brainstormed a little bit, and it's for sale. So whoever wants a crazy bike, so that bike might be actually the lightest fully loaded road bike maybe in the world. That bike's 11 pounds. So it's
Bless you.
ridiculously light. It has carbon fiber everywhere, handlebars, seat post, seat, cranks, everything. The brakes are crazy. They're actually they're rim brakes to save weight, all of that stuff. So as you guys could already tell, I'm heavily into road bikes now. So yeah, that's my only form of exercise. I need to start getting back into it. But yeah, there's a bike on there now.
The client
So-
wanted a bike rack, so it's
Yeah.
kinda, for me, it was nice to see how that.
Yeah, but the client said he does like crazy mountain bikes.
Yeah.
So which is bigger than that, obviously significantly bigger.
He wanted it at a crazy angle
Yeah.
and whatnot, so that's going to be.
I
Interesting.
still think it'll be really cool to do it.
it's
but-
doable. That'll be round 2.
Yeah.
Not quite yet.
So
once the
now
roof rack
we'll
is
make it activity ready.
right.
Throw on the activities,
Yeah.
When the roof, I can't wait till the roof cage goes on. That's
That thing is. We've been designing that in CAD for 2 weeks now, so that's coming close. I hope.
also custom.
Yeah.
Not buying a cage rack and putting it on there. It's custom again.
Lights are going on top too, right?
Yeah,
Lights,
there's a
everything, yeah.
provision for like 6 Baja lights
Yeah.
across the top of the
That's sick.
windshield.
So like now,
nice.
I seriously like I'm not saying for you or me. This thing needs to be considered like should be like viral on the internet. Those websites should be picking it up. They pick up such nonsense. Like it deserves it. It truly does. And I hope it does. Our post today went pretty viral.
It did great.
And more to come. But a lot of people are seeing it and really liking it, and that at the end is the biggest feedback. The internet's the hardest people to please for sure.
Yeah, because they're like
And,
stupid stuff. They don't really actually
Pleasing.
like the
Yeah.
hard
Yeah,
work
the,
and
the technical stuff kind of goes over.
yeah,
sometimes, I
it's
think.
like it's not important to them. But when they do something stupid, it goes viral. So, but I
I-
think they'll see this.
I wish
one.
I
This
could
one's a
pay
little
somebody
special.
to go in the back of that G-Wagon right now and pull the pin for the spare tire, and it swings into Moses' head.
Why? Why?
Like it's perfect. Look at the height of his
Yeah,
head.
it'll just knock
It's
him
just
out.
like
It'll be so beautiful.
just swing open
Yeah,
and his head's
just
gone.
He
At 150 pounds.
he enjoys those kind of things.
No,
Makes him
no.
happy.
It just we like you a lot. That's why. That's
Actually,
why
Moses and Sarkis switch seats.
then just reverse the car. Don't open the thing. Just reverse it and smash him between that and the Bronco.
Jesus.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Sarkis, what do you like about this car?
Yeah. What do you like about this G-Wagon, Sarkis? Since you're like the biggest hater.
I don't think he's into.
Yeah.
I don't
Why?
think he's
I'm
into.
just into more like
Right now, his car's
Price.
getting stars in his roof
yeah.
for no reason. Actually, the reason is because he wants to impress girls and thinks he makes him look more rich.
You
So-
want to see the stars, baby? Look
Is
up.
that what you're gonna do? What's gonna be your new pickup line when they enter the car?
No, I'm trying to modify my car more. So
Why?
after this, I'm gonna do a clear wrap. which
Oh
is
my
gonna be
god,
matte.
we're not
And
doing
also
it.
fix your rim.
Yes, I'm gonna fix the wheel.
We're gonna make
which
it black.
Vic damaged it. So
Look at this bullshit made up stuff. Okay.
No, They told me so.
Hey, baby,
I-
you want to
Joe's
see
a rat,
Night in
first
the
of all.
Day?
I didn't
Joe's
say
gonna eat it for that
anything.
one.
I didn't say anything.
Oh yeah, now you just figured it out. Every
I
time I
know,
tell him
trust me,
something,
I know.
every
Joe's-
time I text
our-
him, you find out
Our
immediately.
YouTube editor / podcast editor is the biggest rat. there is.
What? I didn't say anything.
Wow.
Hey, baby, you want to see night during the day? Come to the
How
car.
did you find out your wheels are bad?
No, man, I know why he did that. By the way,
What?
you're gonna call a girl to go on a date. You're gonna be like, we're gonna go under the stars and like view the stars,
No.
and they're gonna come in the car. It's just gonna be your.
No,
fantasy.
no,
You're gonna look up and be like, you see the star, baby? This one is you.
no. The reason why I like bright inside. That's me. Everything I have is
that's
like
you.
it's complete bright. A lot of people.
But
they
your
don't
car has like
bright
limo tints on it.
Huh?
It has like 5%.
No, inside
tints.
lights. So I like.
Oh, you
bright
like the
inside.
like
lights
mood
inside.
lighting.
Huh?
Like mood lighting.
So it's gonna be glowing into out
Yeah,
as you're
glowing.
driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So your head's just gonna shine when you're driving?
Well, like every Thursday I'm gonna shave my head and just.
Oh, Thursday's haircut day. Yeah. Every Thursday he comes
You're
in
gonna
looking like a
You're
tomato.
gonna cruise
It's
Glenos?
amazing.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Plus,
Every if you see him a Friday mornings, he's the best in the morning. He's all red, and sometimes there's cuts. Sometimes he while he was shaving.
hey, it's hard. I'm
It is
getting
hard, I
older,
know,
like,
because your meat on your head sometimes.
He's gonna have fun. He's gonna have a lot of fun.
plus, I'm gonna do the clear, bro. White.
Why you want to protect your paint?
Why are you
Oh,
doing all
wanna do
this?
matte white?
Yeah, I want matte.
That'll look good.
I wanna
Why
do-
are you doing all this?
And black wheels.
Then you're gonna have to change your rim color.
You know, if you
Yeah.
added all these modification prices,
Yeah.
if you added all of it, you could have probably leased the Urus and been cool.
Yeah, but like.
No,
I-
yours is
and I-
expensive.
I cannot afford a Ferrari,
that's
but
a
I don't want
Lamborghini.
the same thing. Buy a
what?
Lambo. So people who
What?
cannot
What does that
afford
mean?
Ferrari, they buy Lambo.
What are you
So
talking
I don't
about?
want to be one of those.
There's
I
very
can afford
expensive
BMW and
Lamborghinis,
I'm buying a
weirdo.
BMW.
So you're saying Lamborghini is cheap?
No, he's saying Lamborghini's expensive, like $4,000 a
No,
There's
month.
he's
a-
no,
saying
no.
Ferrari.
There's a look. There's the
So,
SVJ over
one
there.
more. Okay, I'm going to
That's
say
worth
one,
$1 million
okay,
right now.
So I'm going to say one more
You see
time.
what I was trying to say?
People
It's
who
gonna get
cannot-
weird.
I like it.
You like it? Okay, cool.
So
I
people-
was
Hope you're
warned.
enjoying
I
it,
was
bro.
warned about this. I chose to sit here.
Yeah, we're like, if
At
you
my
want to
own
just
risk.
get up and
Okay,
leave,
so
hold
pe-
on.
There's just bullets flying by
Yeah,
your
yeah,
face.
it's
Everything's
like, I
happening.
told
right
him if you want to if he wants to get up and just leave middle of the conversation,
I
you
can
can
just-
because it gets weird.
Yeah, just
Okay,
straight up
you
get
could-
up
so
and-
yeah.
people,
Letting you know, bro.
so people who cannot afford SF90, people who cannot afford
What?
Ferraris,
A jet? What are you talking
they
about?
buy a
bro?
Lambo.
No,
Because yes, Lambo, it's a basic Volkswagen car. You guys don't want to accept
Jesus
that.
Christ again.
Whenever you
Okay,
open
look.
any
You see,
Lam-
there's a SVJ and a F8 next to
Uh-huh.
each other.
F8,
Does that look
anything.
like a fucking
F8,
basic VW?
F8, that's a Volkswagen part. Any part you get, that's a Volkswagen
It's
part.
not Volkswagen. It's
It's Volkswagen.
The bumper's a little
Everything. People. Okay, so let me tell you
powered
something.
by
So it's-
Audi.
No, it's a Volkswagen.
Audi's not a
Volkswagen
bad-
Same thing.
Owns Audi.
And what's the
thing.
problem
Yeah, I
with that, by
understand.
the way?
I don't
Yeah,
want
What's the problem with
German
Volkswagen?
vehicles?
So imagine.
What's the
okay,
problem, though?
They
I
make
will
the
tell-
Bugatti.
Yes, let me tell you
Okay.
something.
Audi has
What's
amazing
the Bugatti?
engineering.
Is it cheap VW? What is it?
A person that can't buy Bugatti buy a SF90.
No, there's another car. It's so K.
What are you
hold on.
talking about,
No,
bro?
there's another car. K. Hold on.
Koenigsegg?
Yeah, who cannot afford Koenigsegg, they
Gets
buy
what?
Bugatti.
Koenigsegg is in another land.
What
It's
the
in another
fuck are you
level.
talking about,
Yeah,
bro?
so, yeah, who cannot afford that car?
There's
they buy
actually
Bugatti.
more expensive Bugattis than that.
No,
Yes.
It's handmade. I saw the thing. It's all handmade.
What is the Bugatti made in a fucking
No, it's not.
robot
Bugatti's
factory?
not all handmade. It's not all handmade.
Ah, okay.
So who cannot afford the car you were telling me? They buy-
Okay, wait, hold on.
I think he's
what
getting ready
company
to
has
shit on him.
What,
He's just like,
what
Waiting, I'm waiting.
what company has more money?
Huh?
What company has more money?
Who has more money, Koenigsegg or
Bugatti.
Bugatti.
To
VW.
be honest, I
Shut the fuck up, to be honest,
VW,
bro.
of
Get the
course.
fuck out of here.
I don't know.
What? What are you talking about, bro?
They
never
sell the
researched it.
Bugatti at a loss.
Okay, so hold on. So whenever they
You're
do
talking about VW Group.
okay, how come the Bugatti, if they're big, how come they don't do a crash test then?
Of course they do crash
don't.
tests.
Yes, they do.
don't.
They have
Of
to.
course.
Prove it.
They're legally they have to.
Prove it.
What are you talking about,
Okay,
bro?
let's go call Bugatti. Let's see if they did a crash
yeah,
test.
let's call Mr. Bugatti and ask him
How
to
do they
the
get it
crash
on the
test.
road if there's no crash test?
Bugatti, Lambo, Ferrari. They don't do a crash test.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
They don't do a crash test. Okay.
I don't know.
All right,
about that
time's
one.
up. Zoomy, get in here.
No.
Just put a pillow on your stomach.
Hold
and
on.
just sit.
Hold on.
Do they really not? Hey,
They
man.
probably, if they don't do,
how is it on the road? and
they do
the
other
crash
The
test?
tests
only
if
way I
anything.
could
That's
think
illegal.
that's
That's-
possible is if it's such a low numbered batch. But I can't imagine that. No, this is impossible.
But it's illegal for
No.
them not to.
Okay. as you imagine, Bugatti isn't the only super company that has complete crash testing.
It has complete.
Hold on. As you tell me.
They can't put a car on the road legally if they don't crash test it.
Impossible.
It's impossible.
It just said they do.
No, they don't do crash. So this is
Circus, you have to talk in the mic.
They what?
Talking to the mic. Talking to the mic. Talking to the mic.
okay. So they they have like one Bugatti. They build it. I don't know whenever, and every time they just kind of put parts on that Bugatti. They do the same car. They don't.
So they do it.
No, it's no. It's not a. It's not.
So
crash,
they do one of them. They just use one car and they
but
continue
not
to
in
do the crash
America.
test?
They just do it whatever.
Well, you just keep changing, bro.
You
It just
don't
keeps
know they
changing.
do
crash
it,
test.
though.
You need a standard. My understanding is you need a standard crash
Yes.
test.
Yeah,
Right.
which they do.
Which is,
They do
which is a
one
crash
car
test.
and they keep
And the
repairing
manufacturer does it at their country that they do it in.
Yeah, and then each country has different.
What are they doing in Glendale?
requirements.
Bro, get out of here, yeah. Oh my
Listen
god.
of their cars. Hold on, let me find
Oh
it.
my god.
He doesn't stop. I love it.
No, bro, they don't.
If I go on Google,
Bugatti
right-
isn't the only supercar company that has to complete crash testing. Yes, that's right. Lamborghini, Ferrari, and even Koenigsegg all complete crash testing of at least some of their cars.
Some of the not
Okay, hold on.
everything.
Okay,
That
they don't
might mean
crash
the
every
different
car.
versions
Hold on,
do, but
hold
they
on.
definitely crash test.
No, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Oh, but there's no more seconds for you.
Okay, it was the
Okay.
top
Let's
line on Google.
move on.
Next
As
subject.
usual, Sarkis's ego is coming back to play, and this guy is just
Where?
making up things now because
Where'd
he
you see
hates
it?
VW Group and he's a BMW fanboy.
I know where he saw it. He saw it on TikTok.
Probably no. He showed the article. He read it wrong. He just read it wrong. He completely read that shit wrong. That's it. Period. Okay, just move on.
You should talk about the Tesla jump thing.
Let's
Uh,
talk
I don't-
about
Really?
the stupid Tesla
Oh,
flying,
man.
jumping. Did you see that video?
I did, yeah.
Okay, everybody saw that fucking video.
Yeah, what is that?
Did you see it, Moses?
Man,
I seen. Yeah, but is that real?
such a clout thing to do that could have been so dangerous. So my buddy Josh of the Jungle, he was on Dobrik's channel. Basically, he jumped a Tesla Model X, which is the fucking SUV, and he jumped it there, and it was like a baby jump, but it went viral, right? Cool, whatever. Still a little bit dangerous, but he did it kind of in a safer way, much slower speed, whatever. Maybe he tested it too. I don't know. But yeah, again, public streets shouldn't be doing any of this shit. But that went viral, so a lot of people got ideas in their heads. And a certain person, a big influencer, made a Tesla car meet happen. And, you know, they know what they're doing. They went to that street. They knew, you know, shit's going to go down. People are all around. They probably talked about it, whatever. And like a random person did the jump. And with 3-4 people in the car, I heard there was a cat in the car. And going
What the hell?
about 65, 70 miles per hour, jumped it. The whole thing, like, literally almost flipped over, but landed on its nose, almost into some, like, houses. And miraculously, the car landed back down on 4 wheels and kind of skid, and then actually got stopped by a parked car. I mean, that's a crazy scenario, and now everybody's just, like, you know, posting it, you know, whatever, showing it. And some of the people really took advantage of that clout, and now the police are after actually all that. They're investigating everything.
And
So-
what's the point of that?
Sorry, Sarkis has brought an article. What's the source?
oh god, he's still on. His ego is insane.
That's why
He's not gonna give up until he.
short-
Okay, if
In
70
short,
websites say they have
tested-
one,
look,
that
they tested,
one of them is
but
not
it's
true.
not the same testing as a regular vehicle.
Yes.
Because they're so expensive.
Yes.
But they still safety test it.
Yeah, but still, the thing is, okay. So this.
Sorry,
Oh
back to the
my-
Tesla. I'm so
yeah,
sorry. I
Yeah,
did
we
that.
don't. It's done. So,
Your conversation's boring already.
so like that. That's like an
You guys
internet.
are mean.
Obviously, they did that for the internet, right? For clout, but it could have been had serious repercussions, like
Sure.
somebody walking, or
Well,
it
they
could have
hit
landed
two
in somebody's
cars.
house.
They
yeah.
hit 2 cars,
Yeah.
parked cars.
Yeah.
But guys have been jumping that in LA for a long time. Guys
Yeah.
on dirt bikes jump it.
Yeah,
Guys in trucks jump it.
yeah,
Now no one's gonna be jumping it ever again.
yeah. Yeah, man. That.
I bet you they will.
I don't know. I think the cops will put one of those cameras there that monitor it. and
Oh,
have the
yeah.
lights
Let's try the
Yeah.
Urus.
Yeah, and that Tesla that jumped it was a rental car,
Oh,
and apparently they got out of the car and ran away.
that's strategic.
So obviously, whoever's at this car may know who they are. You
How
know,
could you
and
get a rental
Dude, there was
car
like 8,
and-
there was like 10 people recording. One of them is a snitch.
the rent a car they could have. I mean, they could have maybe faked documents. I don't know. I'm sure they know who it is at this point. They'll for sure find them.
Doesn't
You
that
can't run
private
away
to give
from that shit.
information to
The whole-
as long as,
The whole internet's seen that shit,
as
man.
long as
Bro,
the
there
place
was-
doesn't ask, I think You have to get a judge warrant.
Yeah,
see
they will-
that.
they
They will. This is
easily
bad. This
subpoena
is
them, no
so
problem.
big that they need to make an example out of this now, which as they
But I think
should.
the youngsters, they're
honestly.
gonna do it again. They're gonna try every single car there now.
No, people.
I think
mean,
you're gonna go try it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
yeah,
try.
you're gonna go
it.
try
Not
it
with
there.
my
And
With
car.
the stars in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Imagine flying too.
I think I have the craziest
Stars on the
75
roof,
out
I
there
mean.
so far.
Damn it.
Why'd you go? Have you guys discussed why he chose BMW and not Mercedes?
He had a Mercedes.
I had a
Because
63.
BMW
63.
financial
I had
is
a-
more,
no,
be-
I-
because BMW financial is more lenient.
Bro, I had an A63S. I drove the car for 6 months. I got tired.
That's
of it.
such a sicker car than your car,
No.
man.
The E63.
Oh, that was 100%
that
better.
was a
Oh
sick-
yeah.
I know it hurt your
Yeah.
ass because
I never talked shit about that car.
You did.
No.
No, he actually liked
said,
that car.
He actually
Yeah?
said
He did?
that's a sick car.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I liked it too.
No,
That
I
was
like
sick.
I like BMW. Handling number one. Brake number one. Brakes and handling and lights. BMW wins like every single year, and it's the power with the sound system. I think Mercedes.
What kind
Bro,
of music do you listen to in the
It's just a
car?
regular
Better
5-series,
question:
bro.
what music are you gonna play when you're looking at the stars in the sky in your car?
I think I'm gonna play a piano song. Like
What
maybe
the
like,
fuck? You're gonna-
Like an Andrea Bocelli type.
No,
of-
no,
Hey, he's
Beethoven.
gonna play.
Oh, Beethoven.
You're gonna play
Beethoven.
Beethoven and have sex in your car?
How do we get to sex in the car?
No.
What? Oh, okay. No, you mean you're just gonna drive around with Beethoven? Just you in the car?
Whenever like I remember the spot we went for pictures. That's a cool spot.
Griffith Observatory? You're gonna drive there and listen to Beethoven?
I know. I never been there. The one we did the G-Wagon.
Oh, that. Oh, you want a private area?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
That's nice. It's kind of.
Set the mood.
What are you gonna do up there?
So I had no idea he was so romantic.
Are you gonna adjust your seat?
Real question. Are you? This is a good question. Oh no, you don't have a sunroof, huh?
No, that's why.
Because you have a carbon fiber roof.
Yeah. That's a question.
Sure.
Which one is your favorite car? Mercedes, BMW, or Audi? Everyday drive.
Honestly, I love Mercedes power. I
Uh-huh.
think it's second to none.
Mhm.
I will agree
For
with
sure.
you that BMW handling and the stiffness of their steering for like aggressive driving is better than all three of them.
Okay, that's why I'm saying the same thing to all of the people. Look,
You're not supposed to drive aggressively.
Mercedes makes. They say
Okay,
they make faster cars.
Hold on. Let me go back.
Yeah.
Who has a better record lap at Nuremberg, Mercedes or BMW?
BMW.
No,
they
you're
just
wrong.
did it. No. The M5 he did a 20.
No.
I think-
No. Mercedes Benz,
we're talking about
AMG,
the E63S
GT,
and the-
Black Series.
No, we're talking about the E63S
fast.
and the M5.
No, he's
Why-
talking about Mercedes and
Bro,
BMW.
BMW
just
doesn't
said
have a
Mer-
car to compare with that car.
That's too bad for BMW.
No, it's not.
They have a fucking i8.
No, it's
Bring the
not.
fucking i8.
No, M8 is faster than i8.
They even made a stupid i8 convertible.
Yeah.
How stupid is BMW, honestly, for that?
Bro, BMW
You
makes
said it. You
Roadsters
said it to
calling
me.
it.
Did you not say
Okay.
BMW stupid for the i8?
Yeah, you did. That was the worst car they ever made. i8
Okay.
is the worst car they ever made.
Okay.
But they upgrading because so this is
So look, the Nuremberg record lap holder, Mercedes Benz,
For
not
that- for
BMW.
that series.
Actually,
For
I don't
that
even think
series.
BMW. I'm talking about
yeah,
manufacturer.
but we're talking about.
I don't even think
E63S
there's
and
any
the
BMW
M5.
anywhere near it, production wise.
Yes,
Not even
because
close.
BMW doesn't have a
Okay,
car
you
to
guys were
compare.
talking about handling, right? For
Yes.
Mercedes versus BMW.
Yeah, but we're so
Okay,
so
that just
your
lost
car is
right
the
there.
worst car with next to the SF90.
Mine's an SUV.
No, but he's
Same
he's
thing.
comparing
That's a
it
2-door.
across the
That's a
board.
4-door.
SUV.
We're not talking about a Lamborghini Ferrari. We're talking about a BMW and a
Mercedes?
Mercedes.
Yes,
Yeah.
but the one is coming. It's a 2-door.
And
versus
forget
4-door.
that BMW doesn't have a fucking supercar.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
don't.
because
Why?
he has a
'Cause they're not
Rolls
super.
Royce.
Maybe
Yes.
they can. What they
Not
got Rolls
super.
Royce.
Just
What do you
car.
mean?
They're just car.
They're just car. They're not super.
not super.
And
they're
plus,
just car.
Mercedes. With this GT, how many GT do you see? How many people they buy that GT?
A lot, actually.
Bro, there's only I know. Like I called
Look, the fastest BMW, the craziest one is the M5.
sedan. Yes.
Okay, what else? Coupe? What's coupe? M8?
The M8.
What? Forget it. No, I think the M5 CS is still their fastest.
Yes. So
Yeah,
fastest
okay, it's
BMW.
M5. Mercedes
Yeah,
has
but-
way better
Yeah,
cars than
but-
Yeah,
that.
because,
That's the beginning of Mercedes' lineup where they start. in the
Yes.
supercars.
because they're
If they
more
made
into
more,
that
more people would buy them. Like,
because bro, they sell more cars than Mercedes or Audi.
Yeah, because they're cheaper.
No, it's not cheaper. It's just the way. Okay.
It doesn't look. You know what their biggest seller is?
Yes.
It's a stupid
3
X6, I
Series.
think.
Huh?
It's an X6 or
X-
X5.
No,
Oh,
3 Series.
worst.
Yeah,
3
that's
Series.
their number one. I think
no,
right now.
X-
Honestly, I
I
think
think
it
it's
is.
3 Series up.
I don't think so.
I
3
think-
Series died
yeah.
down. It's the
No.
X6 M5 X5s.
How can the X6 outsell the 3 Series though?
No.
Their little sport SUVs, their biggest seller right
More
now.
Really?
room and
I believe so. Yeah.
The worst blind spot of any vehicle I've ever driven.
What do you mean the worst car? It looks like
That's-
the back of the car is flat.
That too.
it looks like I got
You
rear-ended
had
and
an
they just gave
X67
up.
this
And they
guy.
just gave up, right?
He got hit, but like this is
And
how
they're
it
like,
looks.
yeah, okay, we're fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
But anyways,
More trunk room.
yeah.
Sarkis, what are you googling now, bro?
Most of
Nuremberg?
Mercedes has every type of SUV, even a off-road one. BMW does not.
Yeah.
BMW no
Mercedes are a
supercars.
good car. I like Mercedes.
He fights
I
with
love
me all the
Mercedes.
time. I tell him Mercedes
Okay,
is much
what's
better.
yeah? Come on, man. It's not even.
I would like to see Europeans get involved. So from
Yeah.
my end, right, truck off-road world, I would love to see a G-Wagon race, for example, the Baja 1000
Yeah.
or something that actually can light a candle to what they claim is like the most off-road vehicle, like all these
Yeah.
American car
But
makers
did
do.
you guys know how the G-Wagon starts?
Yeah,
the hist-
it's a World War.
It's a military car.
military
Yeah.
car.
Sick,
Yeah.
man. That's really-
It was a
46,
military
right?
That's so
car,
sick how
and
they
then
bought it
a
for, like-
rich person bought it, and kind of they used it for his like private
daily.
because-
Yeah, I believe it was the Shah of Iran that had
I think
had
so
it made
too.
for
Yeah.
him, if I'm not
You're
mistaken.
Right, yeah,
I don't
you're
know
right.
the
Yeah.
person's name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
kind
that's
of
true.
That's
I heard there's more G wagons in Armenia than anywhere in the
That's
world.
true.
They use
Why
G-Wagons for
is that?
taxis there, bro.
I don't know, bro. To be
No.
honest,
They
I
use it
don't
for
know, yeah.
taxis. G-Wagons are
I don't know.
taxis there.
I don't know why, but I think because that car is unique.
It's
There is
it's
no
it's
other
very
company-
boss car.
there is
That's the
no
thing.
other
It's a very-
company
it's like a-
Totally.
Like
It's a very boss
Audi.
car.
No other
Has-
company
has
like
road
BMW.
No
you
one-
know?
There's a lot of history behind it.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
I-
cool.
Hey, but do you guys know a
And it has
cool
a separate
story?
factory,
You know,
right?
there was maybe like it was 19. I don't remember exactly the date. BMW was gonna go to bankruptcy, and Mercedes gonna buy it. It was like a 5-second thing. They were gonna buy the car, and then
Mhm.
someone called them like, "We're just gonna give you guys
Ford
money."
and Ferrari, that almost happened. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Ferrari too. I think
Speaking of, have you seen
Ford
the movie?
was
It's
Ford
fantastic.
vs Ferrari movie is
Fantastic.
actually really dope movie.
Very, very accurate.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
sick movie.
How are you,
honestly.
Moses?
I'm good, man.
You're really quiet.
I
back
think
there.
he's buzzed.
You need more alcohol?
Yeah, actually, I
do?
just yeah,
What do you
because
want?
a little
Some
bit would
Blue
be
Label.
good. Blue label, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, he's gonna Uber home today. So
I still
Okay.
want to open that spare
Let me
tire.
finish with my question. I didn't. So which one?
That'll be the grand finale.
Can I try it?
Okay, let me finish with my question.
We'll
You like
close
more-
the
you like
podcast
more
with him
super,
getting-
like super fast cars, or you like more like
That's a great question. So I used to be a super fast car guy.
uh-huh.
I bought a F430 when it first came out,
Nice.
and I was obsessed with it. I drove it around town. I got I think 4 flat tires in like 8 months, 6 months, something like that. I'm like, this is terrible. And I decided to go the truck route. So I went into the
Truck,
G-Wagon
yeah.
world and the lifted trucks. I mean,
so
my
now you
whole-
can run over homes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know the Ferraris.
why slow down for a curb? For what? Go
Bro,
over it.
What's the
Ferraris,
curb, bro?
Ferraris and Lambos, they have a huge problem with tires and batteries. That's the
Well,
worst thing.
look, listen, you're in LA, right? If you lived somewhere else,
Yeah,
like I have family, my wife's family is in Singapore. The roads there are like butter.
yeah.
Mhm.
You
Wow.
can drive
I
there.
think
and
Germany
there
has
isn't
the
a
best one.
pebble there.
I think
Germany
Germany.
probably also has great roads.
Yeah.
Here are roads. Have you seen the roads?
Yeah,
Bro,
and all the
Probably why your-
taxes and
that's
all the
probably why your rim
taxes.
is bent because of the roads.
No, he bent it.
No,
I
your
drove
rim was
this
bent
shit, man.
before.
He
What the
did.
fuck?
No,
I
I
drove
think
your car
Germany
one
has.
time and I bend it.
I think Germany
Rat
has the
Joe.
best one because like
You're a rat.
You're a fucking
Did,
rat.
did I tell you anything?
no, he didn't tell
So
me.
the only people was him or Moses? Are you saying Moses?
I would
was
never
fucking
say
rat?
anything.
I'm not gonna say names.
Okay, then it's Moses. Then it's Moses.
No, I'm not
I
gonna say
swear to
names.
God,
There's
I-
nobody else in the car,
Okay,
bro.
wait a second.
Oh, that day Moses blames on Vic. Moses told me, "Oh, Vic's in the car. He threw all the papers, and then we saw it on a video. He did it."
that was a joke. It was gonna show
Hey,
on
you
the
see
video.
that shit? You see?
Obviously, it was gonna show on the video. I did it. Yeah, that was a joke.
No,
But whatever you guys
It's
are
already
talking
obvious
about,
who ratted you out.
I'm not gonna
It's
say the
Moses,
names.
because
Yeah,
he
Moses
said no,
is-
and he was the only one in the car.
whatever you guys are talking about now,
Wow.
I guarantee
And
you it
that
was
was
not me.
like,
No,
and that was.
I think they're backing each other up.
That wasn't even a pothole. It was a dip, and it
I'm
wasn't
not
a big
gonna
deal.
say the name because
Sarkis does not have balls to tell
Just
the
say
truth.
the name.
I'm
Or
not.
else he would
I
tell
It's
the
promise.
either
truth.
Joe or
Say the
Moses.
name.
I
He's
promise.
protecting
There were
Joe.
two people in the car.
Maybe it's you, Moses. Why are you trying to?
He's protecting Joe. They
No,
have
maybe
sex.
it's you.
What? I said say the name.
No, Joe. He didn't say.
They
anything.
have sexual intercourse together. He's
Nah, this
protecting
thing
him.
flipped all the way around.
Why is Moses getting so defensive?
I don't know.
Yeah, because he's
Who
wrong.
really said it? I want to know. I'm
Because-
not gonna get mad.
I,
Anyway.
I say it if I
Say
said
it.
it.
Because someone doesn't have balls here, and no
Nothing's
one's
gonna
saying
They
happen.
it.
both said it.
I didn't say anything.
I didn't say shit.
That's how he got out of it, just to blame
Both
They
said
both
what?
said- You guys both
Because he knows
ratted him
Moses.
out.
What
will
did
get
I say?
mad at him if
Fuck,
he-
I don't
You
know
guys
who to
both
believe.
said, like he hit my car.
I didn't
But
say
Just
anything.
say who
No,
first
both.
told.
They-
Can't be the same exact time.
Yeah,
Has
they
to be
both
one.
same time, same
I didn't
words.
say hit your car. I said we hit a pothole.
Different
Big
times.
fucking
Oh,
deal.
they both-
Oh,
Wait,
right
whoa,
there,
whoa, whoa,
right there.
whoa,
Back
whoa.
up, back up.
Yes, one more time.
Hey,
We hit a pothole.
Moses.
Okay. Who'd you
Yeah.
tell?
What the fuck?
Who'd you tell that
Me.
to?
Sarkis.
You were the one that said it. Then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nothing wrong with that. Like we hit a pothole.
Wow.
I was actually fucking around with them so we can get his wheels fixed.
Wow,
I'm like, so we'll
Moses.
get your wheels fixed and do a black. I'm
Hey,
telling
that's
you.
really fucked up, Moses.
What do you mean?
Jesus Christ. Moses, what the fuck?
Hey, look at his
I'm gonna
upper
go
lip.
open that spare tire real quick.
His upper lip is closed. All right, spare tire time. We'll be right
No,
back
you
after
promised.
this ambulance
Vic, you
messages.
promised.
Oh,
You
shit.
promised.
Okay, so this means I can say everything that Sarkis has said about you. Which okay, fine.
That's going to hurt, dude. It's going to hurt.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, this thing is
it'll
super
knock
heavy.
him out.
Yeah, I think, but so far.
Okay, now that we have that out of the way, now let's see what
Oh,
more
Sarkis is
Sarkis
dead.
has said about everyone
Oh,
else.
Sarkis is dead.
All right,
Now,
Bro, you
Spill
just
it out.
bring yourself, not me.
spill it
No,
out.
'cause I-
Spill it
I-
out.
He
Let
just
me
bring
hear it.
himself and he's blaming on me.
I speak the truth and I have
Nobody's
balls to say
ever,
it and I
um,
said it.
Nobody's ever on a podcast hit somebody with a wheel or a G-Wagon spare tire, custom, whatever. It's never happened. One in the
one in
world
both
right there.
ways.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah. Now the tire's oily.
Hey, you don't need armor all anymore. Your head did the job.
Look at his face. Okay,
Hey, that's
So
you
now-
ratted me out. What the fuck?
dude. In the
I
morning.
don't trust you anymore, bro. That's it.
That's
I'm
your
not gonna
loss.
say it. Never mind.
Why, what happened?
Never mind. I'm just gonna stop.
That's your
You're
loss.
doing a real serious.
That's my loss,
Oh,
huh?
what happened?
Hey,
What happened?
Look at his
He knows
mouth.
something.
You fucked
No,
up.
never mind. Nothing. Cancel that.
Why?
Why, what
All right.
happened?
Don't
Tell
forget
me.
that, man.
Every morning when I come, if one of you guys are late, you guys look at me weird and like, look, he's late, and you guys rat each other out always.
Sammy, your background really is what? Real estate?
Yeah, this is the G-Wagon thing is fun. I'm
There
real
you go.
estate, yeah.
He's looking for
Oh,
lumber.
let me ask you, can I buy a house with zero down? No.
No chance.
It's not BMW
It's not a
financial,
BMW.
bro.
It's
No,
not a BMW.
no. Okay. So he was telling me you can buy a house with zero down.
No, I said 3% down
No,
on your
he told
first
me zero
home.
down. You can.
Where?
I'm just saying you can.
He told me you can buy a house with a zero down,
Where?
first time buyer.
Where?
Oh, you were telling
Not
me.
zero down first time buyer. I said 3%. There's nobody's just gonna
there-
give you a home.
I have a piece of swampland in Florida. If you want to come
It's like
buy
all
it,
dirt.
3% down. Dirt, it's swamp.
No,
Wait, you can't even buy land with any down. Land has to be cash.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Houses, is it gonna go up more or is it gonna go down?
That's $1 million
Became a
question
real
that I
estate
need.
podcast.
Yeah,
Will they go up or down? Well, it's
Yeah.
been up for 10 years.
Yeah.
You can't go up, up, up all the time. So
So it's have to
Every
go
10
down.
years, there is a dip down. It hasn't dipped, and we're way past due, right?
Is
and
it
this whole
coming
war,
or is
and
it-
this
it's
whole
not gonna-
war, and all this
I,
stuff. That's
I would say
happening.
it is. I think you're going to see it more
But not that
in
much.
certain
No,
areas.
no,
It depends where you're at.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're in Beverly
Yeah.
Hills, you're not going to be hit so hard. If you're in Riverside County,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you're going to get hit real hard.
The-
Same thing happened in 2008.
2000.
Why is that?
The
What
more
about like
expensive
Glendale,
the houses,
Burbank?
No, it's
the
good.
more expensive the houses, the more it'll go down, obviously. But depends on the
Relative to the area, yeah.
area. For sure.
Okay, so
for sure.
let me
I
ask you a
think I'll tell you what'll happen though. I think in this order, you're gonna see guys that are paying a lot of money for watches get hit 1st The
Mhm.
watches will go
Absolutely.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
talked
The
about
cars
this.
will
yeah.
go second,
Yep.
and
yep.
then the real estate will follow. So
Follow, yeah.
whoever's like super leveraged, those are the ones that need to be worried. If you're not super
Didn't you just buy a
leveraged-
watch?
No.
No, that was Moses.
Jesus. Everybody here,
so
man.
he- so he
Moses'
has-
houses. What you explained Moses perfectly
Okay,
well
house-
right there.
Watch.
Moses, be
By the
prepared.
way,
$1,000 house.
did you see that little rat right there?
Yeah,
Didn't
he's
you
a
buy a
fucking
watch?
guy.
You know he
tried
did.
to screw you right now.
Okay, so $1 million house.
Yes.
How much it will go down? Like
He was looking.
100,000,
but he
50,000. Like
I don't know where.
Depends on the
like Burbank,
area.
Glendale,
What are you
those
talking-
areas.
It depends, Arcus. You can't say that.
You can get a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom for 250,000.
Well, there's no way, bro.
You can't.
The other day I was watching like
There's shootings every Tuesday.
like house. So I saw like a 3-bedroom house
Where?
in Glendale.
Oh, forget about Glendale,
bro,
bro.
the guy was asking 1.4 million. Are
Yeah.
you crazy?
Yeah, that's normal.
No, it's
Right
not.
now,
Right now
that's
it's
what
normal.
it is.
Yeah.
Bro, 10 years ago, my friend bought a house in Devonshire.
10
and-
years ago. That's
Okay,
10 years
bro.
ago.
No,
10
no,
years ago, I'll
no.
sell my pants to get
No,
everything.
he bought a house for 150,000. He sold it for 600,000. How is it like that 10 years big gap? How much is gonna go down?
It depends.
Look, life's getting more
It
expensive every
completely
single
depends.
day.
You know, every time you have a downturn, it's a different type of downturn. The
Yeah.
last downturn we had was very heavy on the residential
Yeah.
home market and the overall real estate market. It was a direct hit. Will it happen again? I don't know. The one before that, you had a very big hit on like the .coms. Remember AOL and all
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
That was hit. You know, it was more directed towards tech. What'll happen this time? I don't know.
I think the only thing that's going to happen is interest rates are going to go through the roof.
Yeah, that's
Things
a
are going to
catalyst
start
for it.
going down, and
That's a
people are going to
catalyst for
start going
sure.
for.
Yeah.
They're going to start doing foreclosures. So they're not going to be able to. It's not going to make sense. Their
It's gonna
payments
happen
aren't gonna
again.
make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
How long is that going to last? Nobody knows. Is that going to affect the market? No one knows.
Yeah.
These
I
are
have a
still,
feeling
yeah,
it's going to stay the
Bro,
same.
like joke aside, I'm looking for houses like in Glendale, Burbank, like 800,000 houses. It's like a small.
Are you talking about a
one-bedroom,
condo
two-bedroom.
or are you talking about a house?
No, not a house. Like
Condo.
condos, like
Yeah,
800,000 two
800,000,
bedroom.
yeah, Glendale,
Bro,
yeah.
we signed. I swear, I'm not joking.
That's what it is
The
right now.
room was like same as much as
Small. It's
my
probably
house.
like
They're
1,100
900
square feet, shit like
homes,
that.
2 bedrooms.
Yeah, but
No, that's
nothing's
crazy.
wrong
For
with
like
the condo.
750,000,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's a
nuts right now.
junkyard inside.
Our
It's- you got it.
our old shop just sold for 9.5.
It's sold.
9.5.
It's an escrow. It's an escrow right now. I talked to them
9.5. And there was holes in this fucking.
That's but you know people
it's
buying
developmental,
people
that's
buying
all it
that are
is.
yeah.
It's
They're
just
not
a-
looking.
it's not- yeah.
They're
They're
looking
not
at the
gonna
soil.
build the
They're
shop.
looking at
Yeah.
the
No,
land.
if you try to do a car shop there and you bought it for 9.5, you're not gonna. You're losing. You're gonna
You
be
need to
struggling
do something
every
like
month. You know,
like a
So, like-
fast food chain,
but they cannot
maybe,
build a
or an
house
apartment
either.
complex.
they're gonna build an apartment
You'll
building.
probably
can.
go
That's the only way. Yeah,
apartment
you
there
can.
all the way.
They're trying to buy the
100%.
next door plaza. The same people.
That's what they'll do.
So yeah, they'll try to buy
They'll
that
knock
plaza
it
out
down
and then
and
boom.
build a-
mixed use. They'll have retail on the
Which
ground
sucks for
floor,
Sunset
office.
Boulevard, honestly.
Yeah.
Sunset, I used to
I
cruise
think so,
Sunset, you
yeah.
know,
Those
and
are
now
the good
Sunset is
days,
all
man. Those are the
becoming
good
like
days.
apartments and yeah, you
Do
know.
people still
If
cruise?
you go out, you have nothing to do. You could just cruise.
There's
Sunset.
buildings
Now,
everywhere.
they used to.
It was like traffic jam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember.
I remember
Saturday
as
night's
2006,
planned, I remember to
2007.
go drive
Yes.
on
Yeah, but
Sunday.
do they
Yes.
still do that?
With you and your
No, right?
friends, you're
I
in the
know.
car talking,
Yeah.
listening to music,
Back and forth, gas
Fucking-
station, back and forth,
Yeah,
back and
yeah,
forth,
yeah.
gas station.
But
and
not
then they
anymore.
banned it. They put no
They
cruising.
They put no cruising.
signs.
When they see you go back and forth, they stop you.
Yep.
It's
That's when
I think
that's-
these are new
sucks,
places the youngsters they do now.
I don't
I
know.
don't
They do
think
those
they're
started,
cruising
that's
anymore,
what started
bro.
a lot
No,
of it. For
still
me.
San Fernando,
on Instagram
San
Live.
Fernando, they still do a racing thing.
No, I think it's
saw-
died.
Oh,
It's
street
like,
racing?
You're
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
Places.
racing, bro.
No, I know, but no,
Cruising.
like they're changing places, but
I'm talking
they
about cruising. I don't think there's much cruising anymore.
I don't
No,
man.
think
there
so,
is.
man.
I
don't know, man.
There was another one.
know.
You,
They
I'm
start-
telling you, you were on Sunset Boulevard for 2 hours.
Bro, I've been there 2004,
More.
2005,
2 hours, 3
2006.
They
hours.
still cruise. They still cruise like in East LA and stuff. They still
I'm
cruise
sure,
around.
I
yeah.
think they went over like more. What do you call that? Where's the LAX?
Yeah, yeah.
Downtown?
No, LAX.
Oh,
It's like Inglewood and those
Inglewood, yeah,
areas,
close to there. Because
Well,
they opened
yeah, I
two
mean,
places
they
there.
Well,
have block
Now the
parties
next
over there.
big
What are you
one is
talking
gonna be
about?
at North Hollywood, the Americana, the kind
In
of building.
Inglewood?
That's not cruises, bro. You're not understanding because you weren't even in this country, probably.
I was.
What year were you here?
I was 1999, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006.
That
I
was
was doing the
cruising
cruise
time.
on the
This is like-
sunset.
That was
This was
cruising
hot,
time.
like,
That was
man.
peak cruise.
Yeah.
98
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like 2000
Yeah.
Six.
something.
After
98.
2006,
Wow,
it got.
okay, yeah, okay.
It's on point.
The-
I'm telling you.
The
go.
quality of
There you
going
go.
out is just
Bro, we used to
so
spend.
down,
we used to
man, like-
spend one tank of gas
Yeah,
every
yeah,
Friday,
yeah.
Saturday.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
we
just
said-
drive around and look
Yeah.
for
I put
the
a
stuff you
system
look at
in my
I should get-
truck.
I
should
put a
get a
system
lot of
in my
girls.
truck just for that.
So imagine the cars with the modifications now cruising.
That- oh my gosh.
It's like a car show / cruise / I mean,
Imagine 10 of these revving
Yeah,
on
it's-
Sunset.
Now it's just Instagram
You'll
flex.
have a lot of.
Now
I
it's
think
different now.
Instagram
I
for
flex.
sure.
think young,
It's a
this new
constant
generation,
cruise
they're
on
like more
Instagram,
into like
yeah.
Instagram than going out having
yeah,
fun.
it's different.
Bro, we
People,
used to
are,
like-
people
you
have
know,
gone
so
super
different.
antisocial.
Bro.
COVID didn't help the situation.
With
Now
my
it's just-
friends, we used to like put like each one has like $10, $20 just to buy like food, like
Whatever.
alcohol, just like kick it somewhere, just have fun. Now these days, Instagram,
I know, man.
everything.
I know.
There's too many crazy people.
Let's ask them some questions if they're.
But
There
that's
isn't?
that's just how it is now. Now it's all apartment buildings. It's not even businesses
Yeah,
anymore.
hotels.
It's just like
You need to have quiet. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely changed. But listen, it goes towards commerce, right? People
Yeah.
want to make money, and that's what brings money. And it brings like, have you
Yeah.
been to the Pendry?
yeah,
example,
yeah.
Oh,
That's
let
a
me ask you a question. If
fantastic
you guys do-
hotel.
Yeah.
Amazing food, all with Wolfgang Puck, I think.
Yeah.
If you guys remember, you know the body shop on the thing.
Yes, we know.
You guys remember that girl used to just go dance like
I don't know
on
about
the
that.
sidewalk?
I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry.
What?
First of all, wait a second, please. Let me explain. You're looking at him like he's day to day here. He has no idea what you're talking about.
Well, he knows the body shop, the strip club. It's a famous
Yeah,
strip club.
the girl used to like go from here. There's another
no, see,
club.
maybe you cruised it a little too much, bro.
Yeah, maybe you cruise
I
inside
think
your
he
zipper.
was in park right in front of the body shop.
Parked and out of the car.
No,
you know,
I used to go to. I used to go there a lot, but
wow,
What, to the
you're
strip
like
club?
A creepy,
Yeah.
creepy
Hey,
Armenian man, not knowing
he's a
English.
liar.
How'd you talk to the strippers?
no, not the strip club. There's a club there in the front.
Oh, not a strip club.
No, the club,
Okay,
there was
because
a
you
club.
told me you've never been to a strip
No,
club.
there's a club in the front.
Oh,
remember?
now it's the taco place. That place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there used to be a club there.
What was there?
I don't,
It was a
I'm
club. He's
sure
right. I've been to that
No,
club.
there was a,
Rivian?
Was? I
No,
don't
no,
even
that was
remember.
that
I
was
don't
on
remember
the
what
other
it's
side.
called, but now it's now it's Pink's Tacos, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
No.
No,
it's
the cantina is still there.
Oh,
They
no,
just
it's
built
cantina.
the city built the ugliest building I've ever
Now the
seen on that
best
entire
club is like
strip
they
there.
say is the
So-
front of the Boa Steakhouse, the Boots. That's the they say that's the next
What?
good club.
What the what?
The boots?
The front of the Boa Steakhouse is a club.
yeah, it's
Oh,
Bootsy
Boa.
Bello.
Yeah,
Bootsy
Bellows, bro.
It's
I
the
say Boots.
the boots.
Yeah,
You could be driving like a very cheap car, and you could be paying mortgage on a house right now.
bro.
Bro, we did
It's
his
not- it's
calculation
not
the other
all
day
about
of
the
all
house.
the cars he's bought.
Your
from the
your
Range
house,
Rover
your
to
car
the-
payment is like a decent house
No,
mortgage.
dude, we did the
payment.
calculation from the C63 to the Range Rover to this M5,
X6M.
X6M, all that. It came out to $167,000.
Almost 200 something.
There's your down payment, bro.
It was like 200 something.
No, well, back then it was 167 for sure. Right
And
now,
now
it's
you
over
could have been
200.
owning a house. The equity was up. It would be
Yep,
worth
and you could
more.
have done refinance and then,
Well, you know,
and then
LA
bought
is,
more hookers.
LA is such a car culture, right? Like
Yeah.
people out here live for their cars. It's
Yeah.
about how you roll up.
Bro, did you
and
just
about
went to
what
the
you're
Beverly
in.
Hills?
If you have $10, you
I-
can't spend 12.
I agree with
That's all I'm
you.
saying.
Bro, you go to
I
Beverly
agree.
Hills.
But
Beverly
how many
Hills is
people? How many
BMW
people have you
Mercedes
heard
and
of, or do you know that are spending
Lambos.
12 and only have 10?
Yeah.
They have a sick car.
And they're
Yeah.
struggling in the back end.
The
Doing-
house is the
Yeah.
apartment
is rented.
Back,
Yeah. Yep. Or
COVID relief, all kinds of things come into play.
Yep, big time.
But you have to pull up hard here. It's very true.
It's sad.
If I'm gonna struggle with
Very
one
sad,
thing, it's
but
gonna be
it's not.
property. Nothing else. No cars, no clothing, no
Yeah,
shoes.
once
I don't
think
care.
once you buy something like one time, you get you
should.
realize,
Yeah.
and then you want to keep doing
yeah,
it.
it's
and
like
you
it's
wanna
like a
keep,
tattoo, bro.
If there's one thing I'm gonna take a chance on, it has to be
Yeah.
property, housing.
100%,
That's it.
100%.
I'm not
Every
gonna
dollar
So
invest.
you get, you put it in
good
there.
job, Sammy. You were smarter than all of us.
100% you were smarter. Yeah.
So
you're
I don't
beating
know,
inflation right now.
yeah,
By,
now,
by
good job.
owning, yes.
but now you're
By
hanging out.
owning,
Yeah, you're
yeah,
chilling. You
of
could make
course.
side projects like this, which is my main project. You see how that works?
It's funny. This G wagon costs as much as my house.
Wow.
So yeah, you know,
Just about.
just word of advice for the youngins out there: don't spend all your money on stupid shit.
Bro, they're young. They want to have fun. They
I
wanna
did it. We all
play.
did
Listen,
it.
listen,
we
if you
all
guys
did it
wanna
to
have-
an extent.
okay.
Yeah. Yep. 100%.
There's no
Bro,
such thing as none
okay,
of
let
us.
me ask you a question.
All of us have
Okay,
done it.
what's the
There's
difference?
no.
The person dies with 200 million and the person
I
dies
get
with
that,
No
no
one's
yes,
talking about
fine.
dying. Enjoy your money,
About what?
Sarkis.
No.
Enjoy it, but there's
Bro, I
limits
know
to
so
how much
many
you
rich
need to
people.
spend.
They're driving a
It's-
Prius.
It's
Bro,
about
they're
having
not.
peace in your life. okay?
Bro, what
If that
peace? They're
brings
not
you
even
peace,
buying a steak for
if-
themselves.
Uh,
They're buying cheap food.
maybe they don't want
Sarkis,
it.
Sarkis, imagine you don't
Healthy
have to.
food?
Sarkis, imagine you can buy anything you want. You don't have to worry about bills because you made smart decisions,
Okay,
right?
true.
You're a 50, 60, 65-year-old man, and you're just comfortable. You have a family. You're comfortable.
You don't have to work.
You don't have to do anything anymore.
Bro, I
so
get
you
it.
can sleep all day. It will be your dream.
Okay, but
do
I
that.
okay. I know
But I
a lot
agree
of-
to what he's saying, big time.
Bro, I
Because
know-
they
Enjoy
say life is the passage of
I
time, right?
understand
There's
a
enjoy,
lot
of-
but
bro.
there's limits to how much you want to
Okay,
enjoy.
let me tell you something. So, I think it was like 4 or 5 months ago. I went to a restaurant. Bro, there's a
There's this
Yeah,
much room,
anyways.
and he has to be here. Like there's so much.
You
so
see,
many.
that guy enjoyed life.
okay. Let me tell
A
you
little
true
too
story.
much, bro.
So like 3-4 months ago.
Nostrils were
Also
white.
high on something.
Okay, let me just say a story.
Go ahead, go
So 3-4
ahead.
months ago, I went.
I
to
know
a-
the story he's gonna say. Go ahead.
I
Yeah,
went to
go
a
ahead.
Roma. So there's a guy came with the Prius. He literally pulled with the Prius.
Yeah.
So we're like eating this and that. So I ordered like a pizza, this and that, like few other stuff, like ate it. So this guy ordered one sandwich with his girlfriend. And they split it, and they were eating together. So we're just talking this and that. So I went like out for smoke, and this girl's like cheap bastards. Like, are you talking? She's like, no, I'm not. He's like, I'm talking to that guy. He's like, why? What happened? He's like, he gave me $6 tip, and the guy is a billionaire.
Sarkis,
Bro, he has a
that's
house.
being
so that
cheap. Don't be
Okay.
cheap.
A lot of people, they become rich, they
But
become
that's
cheaper.
Not the same. That's not
That's
the same
not the
thing.
same thing.
It
dude.
is.
It's not
No, no,
Okay,
no.
so how do you
No,
become
no.
millionaire? Imagine
you work
if I-
hard and you put your money in the right
It's
places
about
and let the
putting your
money
money
work
in
for
the
you.
right place and not putting it into asset. You put it into an asset that's going to appreciate, not
Appreciate, yeah.
depreciate.
Okay.
The second you bought your car, it
Depreciate.
lost its value. The second
Sure.
you drove it off the lot, it depreciated.
You're right.
Okay. If you would have bought, for example, to Mona's point, if you would have bought a piece of land, for
Okay.
example,
Soil,
How
bro.
can I
Okay.
afford land if I don't have that much money?
oh, we're just talking principle.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like, how do I afford it or not?
You should have called
If
me.
you would have taken that same money and bought something that had to do with land,
I would have helped you out.
then that land would be worth more now than
Let me
your
ask you a
car.
question. What
Call
was the first
RDB
land
Moses.
you bought? How old you were?
The first land I bought. So I'm in a family business. Much
Okay.
like you guys are in a family business, I'm in a family business.
So someone supported you. Someone helped
yeah,
you.
I definitely had a baseline to
came,
get started.
okay. So I came in 1999. I worked two places.
Right.
I study and I work again. So I didn't have anyone to support me.
Sure.
I don't have anyone. So
But
still,
look how many look how many resources and access to people that know things you have around you.
okay.
Sorry, because you want me to
Okay.
cut it short for
The
you?
podcast getting
If you were
so
driving
serious.
a car that Moses drove,
Mhm.
since the day you started driving, you would have enough money to buy a home. That's all we're saying. We're not saying you're gonna come to the city.
Again, if you look at if you look at that way, you don't have to even
Huh?
buy a bread and eat it. Just go, just stand
That's
there, and then when people
fine,
give you
but
bread
you
and
made
don't
the
spend
jump,
money.
though.
I get
Don't
it,
buy
man.
anything. Don't go
That's
out. Don't do
fine.
this. So
It's all relative.
I
As long as
understand what you're saying.
as long
You
as
get
you're,
my point.
what Sammy
then
said was
I-
the best.
I
Peace
get
of
your- I
mind
get your
and
point,
I
but
happiness.
didn't have anyone to they can support me, or I didn't have
course.
anything.
Okay,
like-
yeah, all this is cool.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, your mentality is car over your
No,
living.
It's not. It's
Yes.
just that's the only thing I can afford.
yeah,
Because
but
I
if
can afford a
you're not gonna be
house.
able to afford that.
What
if
your
you're
car
doing
is
that.
like a lease is like a loan almost, but you give it back. A house is the same thing. You get a loan on it. You could have started.
No, the reason I don't buy the car is because I'm picky. I get tired.
Also,
that's why.
FYI, I'm sure you know people. There's hard money loans. I'm not saying it's good.
Don't go down
Bro,
that. Don't go
but
down that road.
you know, it's just what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
There's
you
people that would
can
help
and
you
then-
out.
and
I'm
then
sure.
refinance, but
People
it's-
would have
it's a
helped
whole- it's a
you.
whole
Something would
different-
have
A
happened.
lot of people get stuck in that though.
Yeah,
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 but
You're stuck
yeah.
in like 8%.
Yeah, but he's
9%,
stuck on his
10%.
car. Is what I'm saying. He
Yeah,
has to
it's
keep
tough,
like.
yeah.
Okay, let me just give one more sample and that's it. So imagine, so I'm gonna bring it this way. So you can afford to go to Boa Steakhouse and buy the cheapest steak.
Okay.
I cannot afford to go to a steakhouse, but I can afford to go like Macy's. There's a restaurant and can buy the best food. So that's the same thing.
No,
what's
no,
going
no,
on with
no.
me?
I don't see the connection there.
No, I don't
connection
either. Yeah,
is
yeah, okay.
People can
Your
buy
sample sucks.
houses. People can buy like buildings, properties because
Save
they
money
can-
then, man, and buy
Sarkis,
those.
you can.
How'd you buy all these expensive cars? Every one of your car is worth more than two of my cars.
Yeah, but even if I don't buy this car, I cannot buy a house.
You can. You just need to save. You have the credit.
If you're leasing a cheaper car, the rest of the money, imagine for 2 years you saved it. You would have
That's what
bought a
I'm
house.
saying. If you do the
Let me ask you
calculation,
a
you
question.
would have
Do you
200 grand.
So, do you feel pressure every month when you have to pay your car payment and your insurance payments and all that other stuff? Is it
Not
stress?
a pressure, no.
Okay. No, not depression. Stress.
Yeah,
do
I
you
know.
feel?
No,
Nothing.
Do you
Okay.
worry about your car payments coming? I need the paycheck. I need to go pay it. I have to pay this. I have to pay that.
everyone does that.
No, they
no,
don't.
I
I
don't.
don't.
No,
You
it's
know
not.
what?
Everyone.
I drive a Ford. I drive a Ford
There you
Raptor
go.
every day. I don't need to drive any of this stuff.
Yeah, his car is cheaper than your car.
Yeah, you have a family business, bro.
Doesn't matter.
Of course.
My
So he
point
should
is
have a
this.
nice car.
No.
It's a big
my,
diff-
my point is this. I think you're misunderstanding having an opportunity that's presented to you.
Yeah.
For example,
But
having
I
wait,
never
let me
got
finish.
it.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
Having a platform
Yep.
versus not having a platform, which a lot of people start from
Nope.
zero and they build up,
Yeah.
but having the resources to go and ask somebody for
Mhm.
advice. You have so many intelligent people around you that are great investors, right?
Mhm.
You can say, listen, instead of buying that M3, what's a plan I can have that in 5 years,
Okay,
for example,
we're-
I can buy something that has more value. Your car will
Yeah.
be worth 80,000, 70,000 bucks in 5 years.
Let's put it
Less.
this way. What
Right.
you explained right now, Sammy, is Moses.
Absolutely.
Well, what's
Absolutely.
Is
Yeah, you
Moses?
gotta
Moses
fist
got
bump.
Moses
Virtual,
didn't
they
care
help
about car. He
Moses.
had a nice Audi Prestige edition. Remember?
Yeah,
that? A4.
Oh,
And he
it's
got rid of
classic.
that. And he was
I
driving.
love, I love that car.
That was a
Yeah.
cool car. That was a cool car.
I
and
love that car, man.
That was
He
a
got
cool
rid
car.
of that car though, and then he drove a Camry.
I love that car. That was my favorite.
Love it.
But you know, I'm gonna be
amazing.
I'm gonna be honest with you
You
guys.
know?
Great.
With no help.
Exactly the same. No help.
No,
No, of course you gotta
I'm gonna be honest with you
No,
guys.
like,
I've been like
His brother
under
helped
I've been under really bad stress with this whole house thing because of what
Well,
happened,
because
the
you're
situation.
building
Good, but see, look, your
Yeah.
stress is not wasted.
I'm in
there.
sleepless. I'm
The-
like
the
really
sweat,
like
listen.
I
The sweat and the
just wanna
tears you're
say
putting
that
into are
you
worth
can-
it.
You can live in a car, but you can't drive a house.
Thank
yeah.
you, Zumi.
I've
That
just
is
been
true.
like stressed
Unless
out.
you get an RV home.
I want to try to finish this damn thing.
You
Isn't
can't
that
have a
done,
wife
like,
and kids in a car. I'll tell
6:30?
you that, brother.
Saying driving's more fun.
Yeah.
And this
at,
guy,
get it.
at the same time, though, to Zumi's point, I understand loving cars. I understand
Yeah,
it
for
100%.
sure, for sure.
And
Look
there's
around
a
us.
certain love and there's a certain smile that a car puts on your face that is absolutely priceless.
Yeah.
So I understand that passion drive against. I get it.
Which is what we're surrounded by
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now. You know, but
And
that's
what
an
happened.
example. Moses took the different
Well,
approach
His
than you.
brother-in-law helped him.
You
Yeah,
could have
I
gotten
got-
help,
I got
man.
a lot of-
You
Bro,
I
could
who
have
will
gotten
give me
help.
150,000?
I did get
You
a
told
lot
me
of help.
somebody the other day.
Huh?
You told me the other day somebody
Wait,
would give
did
it.
you say who would get you 150,000?
I did get
If
a
you
lot of
didn't
help.
drive those cars,
Family.
you would have 250,000.
No, I
This
couldn't.
is true. You
just
put
Because
it
I was
on
going
the
to spend on the
lease.
dumb stuff. I was
Don't.
gonna say, I
That's
have
the
money in
point.
the
Jesus
account,
Christ.
let me
Okay, that's
Oh,
it.
okay. Let me just go more out.
But
Let's go
anyways,
this place.
forget it. This podcast has been my favorite one now, I think.
Definitely.
Because we went
Wow.
through, I mean, there's a G-Wagon behind us with a $20,000 bike on there. Sammy, great advice, great,
Thank you for having me.
you know.
I hope Sammy comes
passion
back next
behind
week.
Uh-oh.
it. Moses in the back drinking, Sarkis
You
with his
can pull.
ego.
You can pull that.
But like, yeah, we talked about the Tesla. We talked about real estate. We talked about business, money advice, cars. I mean, we talked about so much shit. Mercedes, BMW, just so much shit. And
Moses
like,
is very
this is
drunk.
my favorite so far,
He
honestly.
is.
Yeah, Moses is very
Whenever
drunk.
the face is red, it means he's
Look
drunk.
at him.
Yeah.
You look red. You got some glow.
Whenever he's red,
Wow.
whenever
That's a
he's
glow.
red, it means
Yeah,
he's
and
drunk.
that's we'll leave more shit to talk about on our next podcast. This has been
We didn't talk that
a
much
lot.
shit.
No, more stuff. You know, we talked about so much stuff today. Spontaneous again. Sammy probably knows we don't have a guideline. We don't have rules.
No,
we don't have any. We didn't even know how to set up his mic. So yeah,
This is what we ended up with, and I think it works.
Yeah,
it took
it's good.
15 minutes actually to do
yeah.
that.
So again, every Wednesday we drop the podcast. Monday, Friday we drop the YouTube episode. So
Cool.
appreciate you guys watching
drop
and
a tag
listening.
real quick?
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
so again, it's PIT26 Motorsports. I think we're gonna build 5 more of these this year
Yeah.
in collaboration with RDB, and I already
go.
have 2 of them lined up. So if anyone's interested, feel free to reach out. You deal with me personally. If you ever work with RDB, you know you deal with the boys personally,
Yep.
and that's what we're aimed after. We're picking. We're a little bit selective.
Yep.
I have one 6x6 that's also in the works of a 2020 body coming out as well. So that's something we'll entertain
That's
as well.
major.
So
Yeah.
we like to do big things, I think. I think it's very fun to do unique things
Yeah.
that push the limits. I think that's definitely what you guys are about, from
Yes, sir.
chopping a 4x4 square that was in perfectly good condition
2 of them. Yeah.
to doing stuff like this, and of course the kings of wide body. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys very much, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
for
sir.
having me.
Thank
you guys
you.
are amazing people.
Thank you, man. Thank you. On to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we done?
Yeah. That's
Oh,
it.